Voting rights have been restored to nearly 5,000 ex-offenders here in the Commonwealth. This nearly a month after Governor Terry McAuliffe issued an executive order to restore voting and civil rights of more than 200,000 Virginians. New tonight at 11, the value of casting that ballot through the eyes of one man who's waited over 30 years. WSLS 10's Rob Manch joins us now. And Rob, what are some of the hurdles that these guys are facing as they try to get registered?
Well, the biggest hurdle, without a doubt, is information. Many people who have spent dozens of years without the right to vote, sit on a jury, or run for office simply don't know how to begin the process of getting re-registered. That's why community advocate Sean Hunter tells me he's going around town helping people do just that. I spoke to two of the men he helped get registered today who are now able to vote for the first time in more than 30 years.
I was 20. Yeah. That's a long time ago, man.
Tony Scott is working at the finest barber shop with a copy of his brand new voter registration card on the wall above him.
Right there, right there. That's me. Proud of that right there. Guess I'll put it up there.
It's been 32 years since Scott was convicted of a felony. He's never voted before in his life. Advocate Sean Hunter says it only took 3 minutes to have him fill out the paperwork.
I visited all the barbershops in Roanoke because I know that the majority of the barbers, African-American barbers, they got their license in prison. So I know that 9 times out of 10, a whole lot of them have not gotten their rights restored.
Barbers like Lewis Ingram, who owns Finest Kind.
Never voted, not one time. It's been a long time.
Ingram says the governor's executive order restoring civil rights for more than 200,000 ex-offenders is long overdue.
I feel like I deserve the right to vote because, you know, it's been a long time since I was able to vote. And, you know, and now that I'm a business owner, now that I pay my taxes and everything, it feels good. It feels real good.
Now that Virginia has crossed the hurdle of actually restoring those rights, Hunter says Ingram and Scott are part of his new goal.
1,000 voters in Roanoke before November elections.
Hunter says the new laws and his work will help keep the state safer.
What the governor did was help reduce recidivism because it's going to encourage these individuals to say, hey, I'm not going to commit a crime because if I commit a crime then I can lose something that I never had. Hunter
also says his registration push could have a significant impact on the voting demographics in Roanoke. Right now, the average registered voter is 65 years old.
Between 18 and 45-year-olds that's going to be inspired to come out and vote. And I'm trying to push them, trying to inspire them to come out and exercise a right that you never used before because they could be the determining factor.
Ingram and Scott say next November they'll finally be part of that determining factor.
For a long time, I have a say, but you just fall victim to what goes on, you know. But now I have a say.
Well, earlier this week, Virginia Republicans filed a lawsuit in Virginia's Supreme Court against McAuliffe's order, saying he violated a separation of powers and hope the order is reversed. But Hunter says he will continue to push towards his goal while it's still legal. He plans to host a voter registration drive on June 18th at Paradise Cathedral in Roanoke. In studio, Rob Manch, WSLS 10.